Okay, it says you're alive, and I'm a minute early. And we're kind of hovering right near the 80 area, narrow range day, kind of really in the upper part of the chop zone, right by the pivot. You see that? In the morning, daily pan, trading view string, mark that as a pivot, and we're just kind of hanging right there. You undercut it, and that's where we are. 90 was the inflection point where we kind of, well, we go earlier in the day. Hold on. Quick review of the day, but right now we're here for pinball, not to review the day. So, good day, Boomer and Selena. So, just quick review of the day. So, 9:30. If you remember, we had a bullish morning. We gapped up, kind of broke, kind of broke through that 90 inflection point, and got caught in. There was long customer long calls, market maker short above us. We kind of got caught in that over 6,400, and we managed to sneak up against it again in the morning. At noon, I don't even remember that one. I must have been, I don't know what I was doing. And then here we are struggling with the 80 thing. Hey, Marcus, technically. Okay, and here we are. So the other thing we talked about in the morning was this over under VIX 16. And here we are, 16. So as we approach 16, if you remember, we looked at that 16 pivot because of all the puts that were there. And so those deltas are going to change. And that's going to be kind of a main area as we approach it. And that's sort of what happened. Let's take a look here. What happened? T-Dex, tail hedges, not that much bought. Not that much done here. What about VVIX? Some more VVIX, tiny little pop. And with the FO, with not the FO, with CPI tomorrow, one would expect some last minute insurance buyers to come in. And so to see VIX or VIX 9, oh, where's the VIX 9 day? The VIX 9 day was showing a pretty healthy pop. It's almost equal to the regular VIX. The VIX 1 day, which I think is a crappy measure, but we'll look at it anyway. At the money, vol is basically flat. So, okay, so there's really nothing going on there. We know where we are. Good afternoon. So, with that said, let's go back to a chart real quick, and then let's look at some gamma profiles. So, we're kind of right. We're at this inflection point, but that was in the morning, and since then there have been buyers and sellers all at all this near the money stuff. So let's see where we are now. Now let's see who can guess the pin. Not guess, figure out the pin. We don't guess. First, I'll look at position number, and then I'll look at gamma. So that 75 that had some larger positioning has has closed, not by necessarily somebody closing them, but by customers buying or selling near there. Yeah, 75. I think that's probably a decent bet. So we have this zone 75 to 90, where with 80, 85 ish, right where we are. Or if we fail 75, I mean 80, then 75, and there's still a little bit of a chance of a path all the way down, but this will definitely bounce from the 60. I'm still not sure about that 80 over under. I mean, this fly, 75, 80, 85 might look good, or if you want a more expensive one, a 70, 80, 90 might look good. 70, 80, 90 forgives a lot of errors. What's the expected move right now? Come on, you can do it. 7, 6.857. So it's basically buying the expected move in the form of a fly, or selling it, or selling the middle of it. So I'm gonna take a look right here. I did an Uber butterfly trade. 3,000 contracts came in here at 91. I assumed they were buys. I did a little fly. And earlier I did iron condors today, sold, I think, mostly 40s and lower, a few 50s maybe, and calls up on top. Oh, I never closed this. Oh, that might have been an opening fly. I had calls up there. So let's take a look at that overpriced. Whoops, I want to buy not a vertical, I want to buy a fly. $1.15, not bad. Gives you a range around here. 70, 80, 90. There's a more expensive way to play it. I'm going to do one of these. I have to participate in my own game, right? And now we'll go table view. So here we just can see the raw numbers of the positions. So you see there's a lot of market maker longs above us and below us. So we can get pulled up by these longs or decay down. You have a pretty clean 75, 80, 90 if if I wanted to take that. They were a little expensive. That's what I was looking at before. And let's see. So we either get trapped below this, or if we get above it, then that sends us into this next zone. And I've got to stop saying this because the numbers are kind of too small for people to see. So right now we're trapped below the 80, it looks like. Yeah, 80, 75 looks like. And still battling for right there for the 70. I mean, for the 80. Now, this is position number. So we have position number on the depth view. So let's make this gamma so we can see the relative influence, especially with time passing. So now the 75 looks a little more significant, a little more like it might hold. What was that? Oh, that fly finally got filled. Let's see what, let's poke around. Let's see what else we could see. I mean, it's looking sluggish. It looks like it wants to get, gets kind of stay in this zone here. 75 to 90. A break over here at 75 opens the door for this move. It's just kind of trying to hang here. Let's look at some volatility stuff for a second. Oh, thank you. Let's look at some volatility. VVIX. Here's the VIX, quote unquote. And here's at the money volatility. So nothing much going on there. Just what we would expect. And as we head towards 16, we would expect weakness. And so it looks like it's going to be 75, maybe a drop lower, just kind of time of day, fact that we have an event coming up. We expect IV to get bid. Let's look at want to look at something here. Let's look at VIX. I don't know why it's not populating. So here we go. It's taking time. So the 20th is the one that matters. 25.15. Not granular enough to show you what I want to show you. No, we have to go to this. Go to Gamma Edge, where we were this morning. And where you could see all these puts at 16. So as we approach them, market makers have to buy back some of the short, either VIX futures or however they synthetically make it. If we get over it, then VIX actually flips. Not that VIX is going flying, but I'm just trying to show you why 16 counts. $500,000, 16, 500,000, 17. So that's what we're bouncing, what we would bounce between. But as we are heading in that direction, it just changes the whole VIX setup. So it's looking like 75 really. Just looking at what volatility is doing. Maybe even a break of 75. See, there's nothing here at 75 anymore. Customers traded in and out and around it. So now we have 80, what's this number? 80, 70 with the mid 75 kind of in and out. Let's see how that little fly is doing. Basically break even. So I need up a point or two to make it look pretty. Should be around 63.70. Wouldn't surprise me. 75 is sort of the number here. And this has been removed from the 75. That opens the door a little bit. Yeah, it's basically nothing going on at 75 to hold us here. Anybody else? We have a a 70. We have an 85. Like I said, the problem is going to be VIX, IV. If IV stays here, then we're fine for a pin above 75. Also, surprisingly light positioning for tomorrow, or maybe not so surprising. These are all way too far for tomorrow. 64.70. I don't see big positions right around spot. This is the biggest guess bet at 6,300, so not a big deal. And of course, we have these sold puts all the way down there at 62.25 and lower, but that's pretty far away. Okay, last 10 minutes, y'all. Now, looks like it's going to 70, huh? Woulda, coulda, shoulda held that fly from the morning. Now, just in the paper hands department, here was the morning one. No, that's not it. I clicked on the wrong thing. Curious to see what that fly would be worth now. Where is it? It was right near the open. Here we go. 90-cent debit in the morning. Now it's $5. See that? Woulda, coulda, shoulda held it. Wow, 66, 67. And that was sort of the main lower range from the morning right up from the note, from the live stream, from the positioning profile. We kind of saw it coming with the weakness that was building below. The 60s are still there. They've been there all day. Well, not all day. Our flow guru over here spotted these puts being added to. Okay, well, we can expect to bounce at 60. Unless VIX keeps going and it runs through the strike, which I doubt, but it could happen. One of these days I'll hold my flies for max profit. Now it just depends if they start buying calls up here or closing puts. Not sure what the positioning is here. What's the positioning here at 70? Okay, so it's long puts. I don't know if you can see it says minus 1477. So market makers are short, whatever it is, 1400 puts. So customers are long them. And so, oh, we have a vote from Twitter. So it would take people closing these out to open up that door. 4 minutes. This shitty trade. Oh well. 65 broke. 60 is supposed to hold pretty much in the no matter what department. So if we have faith in that 60, well, the 60, the put credit spread, we should also bounce off it. As we approach a short put, we bounce. Positive gamma. But this is too expensive. $2. Not enough leeway. So you need a 62 something, 6250 ish or better close to be green. 6250 obviously is the best. And then 6267 ish, a little bit lower. 62, 60, yeah, 67 ish should be okay. And now we're back over 65. So I just want to clarify this. Mr. Wang, when market makers are long a strike, as we head down toward it, they start buying. And as we move away, and they start selling them. So here's a 70 is a possible target up here, which is where we are now. No, are we at 70? Yeah, well, we're at 70. See that? How much time do we have? 2 minutes. Anybody want to get place their last minute bets? The window closes in 2 minutes. 1 minute, folks. Look at that. Now we're heading back to 75. Doesn't look like it from this pricing. Yeah, 75. That doesn't make sense. He should be a little more expensive than that. If we're at 60, at 75 or below. Pencils down. And that's it. So that same range ended up being what held it. And that's it. All right, see you guys tomorrow at 8:30. Yeah, me too. Yep, thanks for playing. Exactly. Now we can play this again tomorrow, and tomorrow morning, of course, 8:30. Um, we'll do the live stream. Oh, and a special CPI edition. Isn't that great? Maybe I'll try and do it early at 8 o'clock if I can get all my other work done, so we can kind of pretend we have a crystal ball, know what the CPI number is going to be, and then pretend we have a crystal ball squared and know what the market reaction would be. I always like to say if I had the CPI numbers on my desk right now, I still wouldn't know what the market did unless they were totally extreme. And even then. Okay, see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out and playing.